Alright, Karina baby, today is the 6th of August. Can you believe it? Mama can't believe it. Alright, so let's find out what today's story is. From A Year Full of Stories. Everything's gonna be okay soon, sweetheart, I promise you. Alright, so, Year Full of Stories, August the 6th. And it's all in a day. What can you do in a day? Wake up in the morning, wash and dress, eat your breakfast, make a mess, paint your face, dance and sing, fish in the pond, and a stick and string. Feed the ducks, go for a walk, draw a picture with a piece of chalk. Scrub your hands, have some lunch, watch some TV after you munch. Read a book, hop into bed, dream all night, you sleepy head. So, what happened all day, huh? Lots of stuff. There's only so many hours in the day, right? Our lives are so short and time just keeps going. It goes so fast. Mama has issues with time. But that's because time just keeps rolling into the future. It goes so fast. Every minute that was here is now a minute that's gone. This video so far is a minute and 25 seconds, and now it's a minute and 27. That's why I have an issue with time. So this person got to wake up, right? They got to wash up. They got to get dressed. They got to eat. They got to make some mess, right? They got to paint up their face. So that's probably makeup. They got to dance and sing. They got to go fishing in a pond with some string and some sticks. They got to feed the ducks. They got to go for a walk. They got to draw a picture with a piece of chalk. They got to scrub their hands and have some lunch. They got to read a book and watch some TV after lunch. They got to hop into bed and dream all night, right? Lives are so busy no matter what you're doing. It's always pretty much productive. As long as you're not sitting around just watching TV all day or just sitting on a video game all day, you're usually doing something. Even a video game, though. Papa likes video games, and in his mind, he can go into the video game. Mama can't do that. I have to actually be somewhere. But, you know, some people can really indulge into something that's virtual reality, and some people can't. It's okay either way. But as long as you are keeping active, going places and doing things, you're pretty good. Alright, so the next book in our fairy tale book, Treasury of Fairy Tales, is The Firebird. Far away from here, beyond 3 times 9 countries, in a 3 times 10 kingdom, lived a sir called Vizsla. The teaser has 3 sons. The first one was called Vasilu. The second was called Dim Itari. And the third one was called Ivan. The teaser's palace was surrounded by such a beautiful garden that no one in the world has ever seen one like it. In this garden grew all kinds of rare trees and flowers, and trees full of fruit. The teaser's favorite tree was the apple tree, which grew golden apples. Maybe they were apple crisp apples? They're golden. There's the teaser. He is a rare bird, huh? At night, a marvelous bird always appeared in the garden. It was a firebird with golden feathers and diamond eyes, in which it would perch on the favorite tree at the apples and then fly away. Teaser Vizsla was distressed to see his wonderful golden apples disappearing day after day. He called his sons and said, "My dear children, which one of you will catch the firebird? The one who catches it will receive half of my kingdom now and inherit the other half after my death." The prince cried, "Dear father, it will be our pleasure to try to catch the firebird." The first night, Prince Vizsla went into the garden to watch for the bird. He sat under the tree of the golden apple tree, but it wasn't long before he fell asleep. He did not hear one firebird come, and it ate a great many apples while he slept. The next morning, Blizzler called Prince Vigil, asking, "Well, my son, did you see the firebird?" The prince answered, "No, my most royal father, I did not. It did not come last night." The following night, Demeter went to watch for the bird. He made himself comfortable under the golden apple tree, as his brother had done. He stayed up 1 hour, 2 hours, then he fell into a deep sleep, so deep that he did not hear the bird arrive either. The next morning the teaser called Prince Demetria, asking, "Well, my son, did you see the firebird?" "No, my most loved royal father, it did not come," replied Demeter. The third night Prince Ivan kept watch in the garden. He sat down under the apple tree and waited. 1 hour went by, 2 hours went by, and then 3 hours went by. Suddenly the whole garden began to glow. The firebird had arrived. It perched in the apple tree and started to pick at the apples. Ivan approached it so quietly that he wasn't able to grab the bird's tail. However, he could not catch the marvelous bird. It slipped out of his hands and flew away. The only one single feather remained in his fingers. The next morning, as soon as the teaser woke up, Prince Ivan went to his father and gave him the feather. It shone with such fire that it could have lit up a dark hall. It was as 1,000 candles. Vizsla was satisfied that Ivan had taken at least a feather from the beautiful bird, and it was kept under guard in his palace. However, from then on the bird never returned to the garden. One day Tizar called his sons again and said, "My dear children, I give you my blessing. Set off to find the firebird. The one who brings it back alive will receive half my kingdom now and inherit the other half after my death." Prince Vizsla and Demeter had been jealous of their younger brother ever since he had seized the marvelous feather. They left together, refusing to take Ivan with them. Look at this beautiful bird, this beautiful firebird. He was all set to go by himself and search for the firebird, but his father said to him, "My dear son, you are young and not used to so long and difficult journeys. Why don't you stay with me? I feel I am getting old. What if I died while all three of you were away? Who would reign in my palace?" Although the teaser was very anxious to keep his youngest son at home, in the end he had to let him go. Ivan asked his father for his blessing, chose a horse, and set off on his quest. He rode for a long time, a very long time. At last, one day, he arrived to a huge grassland where there was a stone on which there was a strange message. It read, "The one who continues straight ahead will be hungry and cold. The one who turns right will stay sane and safe, but his horse will be killed. The one who turns left will be killed, but his horse will stay alive." Ivan turned right. "As long as I stay sane and safe, I can easily replace my horse," he thought. He rode for a while. Okay, so let's look at the options. The one who continues straight ahead will be hungry, right? They'll be hungry and they'll be cold. Ivan doesn't want to be hungry and cold. The one who turns right, right? So let's actually go right. So the one who turns right, so let's go right, will stay sane and safe, right? That's something that we want. But his horse will be killed. The one who turns left will be killed, but his horse will stay alive. So Ivan turned right. He went to the right. As long as I stay sane and safe, I can easily replace my horse, he thought. He rode for a while, for a whole day, and then the following day. On the third day, he met a large gray wolf. The beast said, "You have made it as far as here, Prince Ivan. However, you read on the stone that your horse must die. This time has come." Having said this, the wolf killed and ate the horse. Then he disappeared. Ivan was very upset at the loss of his horse. He wept for a while, then continued his journey on foot. He walked a whole day, and then, overcome with fatigue, he sat down to rest. The wolf joined him again and said, "I feel sorry, Prince Ivan. I'm sorry I ate your good horse, and you are forced to walk. Come climb on my back, and I will take you to where you wish." Ivan explained to the wolf the purpose of his journey. Then the wolf began to run faster than any horse. After some time, in the dark night, he stopped in front of a huge stone wall. "Go on, Prince Ivan," the wolf said. "Climb up the wall. On the other side, there is a garden where you will see a firebird. Take the bird, but don't touch the cage, or misfortune will befall you." Ivan climbed the wall, delighted at the wolf's words. He took the firebird out of its cage, but then said to himself, "Why should I take the bird without its cage? How am I supposed to carry it?" So he seized the cage, but at the same time a loud alarm echoed through the garden. There he is on the wolf's back. The wolf told him, "Don't take that cage," right? "There will be misfortune that will befall you if you take that cage, if you touch that cage and take it." But he couldn't resist, right? His frontal lobe got the best of him. He couldn't resist because he's young. Immediately the guards woke up, caught Ivan, and took him to the king, who was called Dolmont. He was furious and shouted, "Aren't you ashamed of coming here to steal from me? Who is your father, and what is your name?" The prince answered, "I am the son of Treasury, Vizsla, and my name is Ivan. Your firebird used to come to our garden every night and snatch golden apples from my father's favorite tree. Stripping and damaging it. The Treasury sent me to search for the bird. I have promised I would take it to him. Tell me, young prince, do you think you have acted honestly?" Said Dolmont, "If you have come and asked me, I would have given you the bird. Instead, you tried to steal from me. If I were to spread the word in all the kingdoms about your behavior, what would they think of you? Now listen, Ivan, if you carry out the task I set you, I will forgive you and give you the firebird to take to your father. You must go to a faraway kingdom. There you will find a King Afron, and take from him his horse." Now he's saying, look, your behavior wasn't right. You were going to steal a bird from me. But what is he asking him to do now? He's asking him to take a horse from the King Afron, right? So he's saying, there you will find King Afron, and take from him the horse with the golden mane. If you don't bring it back for me, I will tell everyone that you are a thief. So his father asked him to steal the bird. Now this king is asking him to steal a horse from another king's palace. And if not, he's going to tarnish his name, right? So whoever has control and power over someone sometimes just gets to push them into saying something or doing something they don't want to say or do, right? It's not a good thing. Sadly, Prince Ivan left King Dolmont, promising to find and bring to him the horse with the golden mane. Ivan went and found his friend, the gray wolf, and told him what the king had said. "Ah, Prince Ivan," said the wolf, "why didn't you listen to me? If you had not touched the cage, none of this would have happened." "I have made a big mistake," admitted Ivan. "Well, what is done, said the wolf. "Climb on my back, and I will take you to where you have to go." Ivan climbed on the gray wolf's back, and set off as fast as lightning. After a long journey, they arrived in King Afron's far-off kingdom. The wolf stopped in front of the magnificent palace stables. "Listen to me, Ivan," he said. "Go inside. The guards are all asleep. Take the horse with the golden mane, but do not touch the golden reins that are hanging on the wall, or misfortune will surely befall you." Do you think Ivan learned his lesson or no? I don't think Ivan learned anything yet. Ivan slipped into the stable. He was just about to leave when the horse with the golden mane, when he saw the reins hanging on the wall. Oh no. The temptation to take them was so strong that once again he disobeyed the wolf. He took down the reins, and immediately there was a defending noise that woke up the guards. They seized Ivan and brought him to the king Afron, who was very angry and asked, "What country are you from? Who is your father, and what is your name?" "I am the son of Tazar Fizula, and my name is Ivan," replied the miserable youth. "Young prince," said King Afron, "does it suit you, a royal warrior, to do what you have done? If you had come to me to ask me, I would have been honored to give you the horse with the golden mane. Instead, you steal from me. If I were to spread the word in all the kingdoms about your behavior, what would they think of you?" Once again, he should have went to the king and asked him for the horse. He would have been granted permission to take it for the other king, right? But the other king told him to go and just take it. And then he listened and he obeyed, and he got himself in trouble. Alright, so now listen, Prince Ivan. If you carry out the task I set for you, I will forgive you and give you both the horse and the golden mane. Oh, I will give you both the horse with the golden mane and the golden reins. You must go to the kingdom far away and search for Princess Helen the Beautiful. I have loved her for a long time, but I have not been able to win her heart. Bringing her here, or I will lock you up as a thief." So what did he ask Prince Ivan to do? To go and steal a princess, right? Stakes are getting higher and higher. Go steal a bird, go steal a horse, go steal a woman, right? None of it's right. Ivan promised King Afron that he would bring him the princess. Then he left the palace to rejoin the Grey Wolf. "Ah, young prince," explained the wolf, "why didn't you listen to me? Why did you take the golden reins?" "I have made another big mistake," said Ivan. "Well, what is done, said the wolf. "Climb on my back and I will take you to where you have to go." Ivan climbed on his back and the wolf left at full speed. After a long journey, they arrived in the beautiful palace of Princess Helen's kingdom. The wolf set Ivan down in front of the golden gate of the magnificent garden. Then he said, "Wait for me in the grasslands under the big oak tree." Ivan did as he was told, while the wolf remained in front of the golden gate. At sunset, Princess Helen the Beautiful, surrounded by her servants, went into the garden. When she passed close by the Grey Wolf, he jumped over the gate, seized her, and ran back to Ivan. The wolf told him to jump quickly on his back behind Helen the Beautiful, and they set off, once again in the direction of the King Afron's palace. During the journey, Prince Ivan and Princess Helen fell in love with each other. When they arrived at the king's palace, Ivan burst into tears. "Why are you crying?" asked the wolf. "Why shouldn't I cry, Grey Wolf? My dear friend, I love Helen the Beautiful, and now I have to give her to King Afron in exchange for the horse with the golden mane. I have helped you through many difficulties, and I will help you again," said the wolf. "I will change into the princess. You will take me to the king and receive the horse with the golden mane. When I know you are far enough away, think of me so I can turn back into the wolf and rejoin you." So the wolf can transform into a human being. I guess he looked at Helen the Beautiful and turned into Helen the Beautiful. Having said this, the wolf took the form of the beautiful princess. The king was beside himself with joy when Ivan brought him the wolf disguised as Princess Helen the Beautiful. Immediately he handed over the horse with the golden mane to the prince. Then Ivan mounted the horse, took Helen the Beautiful up before him, and set off for the King Dolmont's kingdom. Ivan and Helen talked to each other as they rode, forgetting all about the rest of the world. At last Ivan thought, "Where is my good Grey Wolf?" Suddenly the wolf appeared before him and said, "Climb on my back, Prince Ivan, and leave the horse with the golden mane to the princess." The prince obeyed, and they continued their journey to King Dolmont's kingdom. They stopped when they were 3 miles from the city. "Little Grey Wolf, would you do me a favor?" One more time? Asked Ivan. It will be the last one. Would you disguise yourself as the horse with the golden mane for King Dolmont? I would so much like to keep it. The gray wolf at once did as he was asked. Then Ivan left Helen the Beautiful in the meadow while he went to meet the king. Dolmont was overcome with joy to see Ivan on the fine horse. He welcomed him gladly, then gave Ivan the Firebird in its golden cage. The young prince left the city to rejoin Helen the Beautiful. They both climbed on to the royal horse with the golden mane and took the road to Tizer's Vigiler's kingdom. A little farther on, Prince Ivan thought, "Where is my good gray wolf?" Once again the wolf caught up with them and invited Prince Ivan to climb on his back. Look at that princess. You see her hand? She's the wolf in disguise. When they arrived at the spot where the wolf had killed the prince's horse, the faithful beast stopped and looked at the young man. "I have been your loyal servant, Prince Ivan," he said. "It was here where I killed your horse, and it is here where I must leave you. Go now where you have to go. I will not serve you any longer." The gray wolf disappeared, and Ivan wept for a while because he was very sad to lose his dear friend. Then Ivan and Helen the Beautiful continued their journey. They were almost at Vizir's kingdom when they stopped for a rest. They tied the horse under a tree, lay down on the soft grass, and fell asleep. The cage containing the Firebird stood on the grass next to them. Now, while Ivan had been having his many adventures, Prince Dermont and Prince Vigil had been wandering around endless kingdoms without finding anything. Now they were returning empty-handed to their father. By chance the two cruel princes passed by the place where Ivan and Princess Helen were asleep. When they saw the marvelous horse and the magnificent Firebird, they were overcome with rage and jealousy. They attacked their brother, then woke up the beautiful princess, who was terrified. Through her sobs she cried, "I am known as Helen the Beautiful. Prince Ivan brought me here. If you had been honorable warriors, you would have offered him a fair fight. But you have killed a man while he was sleeping. That is a despicable and striking someone who is unarmed." But there's Ivan with the wolf. What do you think's going to happen? The Prince Demeter threatened the princess with his sword. "Listen, Helen the Beautiful," he said. "You are coming with us to our father, the Tizar Vigil. You will tell him that we won you, together with the horse and the golden mane and the Firebird. If you don't tell him this, we will kill you." The two princes then drew their swords to see which one of them would marry the princess. Prince Vigil won. He lifted her on to his horse, while Prince Demeter took the golden cage and set off on the horse with the golden mane. Prince Ivan, who had been left for dead by his wretched brothers, lay on the ground for 30 days. As luck would have it, the gray wolf came by, and when he recognized the young prince, he vowed to save his life. The wolf caught a crow and promised never to hurt it if it would fly to the sacred well far away. The crow flew away and eventually came back after 3 days. He carried with him a flask full of magic water. The gray wolf sprinkled Ivan with the water, and once the prince woke up and said, I have slept for such a long time. Without me, you would have remained in eternal sleep," said the wolf. Your brothers have taken Princess Helen the Great, oh, Helen the Beautiful, the horse with the golden mane, and the Firebird to your father. Now hurry home, because your brother Vizier is going to marry the beautiful princess today. Climb quickly on my back, and I will take you there." Ivan climbed on the gray wolf's back, and they arrived soon at Vizier's palace. His brother, Prince Vizir, who was about to marry Helen the Beautiful, stood beside her. So he threatened her with a sword for silence. When Ivan entered, the princess ran towards him, embracing him and crying, "This is the man I am to marry. It is Prince Ivan, not the scoundrel who is with me at this table." Then Visual stood up and questioned the princess, who told him the true story. Vizsla was enraged and threw his 2 elder sons into a deep dungeon. Prince Ivan married Princess Helen the Beautiful that very day. They lived in perfect harmony and never were parted again. Nice. I like that version of the story. We've read other versions of it before. Karina, baby mama loves you so very, very much. You know that? I love you and I miss you. And I'm so glad that we live in a day and age where I can actually do this every single day and be able to do this every single day. Just read you a storybook, 2 storybooks, whatever. Like, whatever I can, baby. Just, I miss you and I love you. And I'm so sorry I'm not there with you every second of every day, because you know I would be. Because that's what I was doing. I was with you every second of every day. I took you wherever you wanted to go. We did whatever you wanted to do. You got to pick your outfit. I didn't care if you wore pajamas for the day. I didn't care what you wanted to wear as long as you chose it. I didn't care what you wore in your hair as long as you chose it. I was trying to teach you your body is your own. That's your home. Your body is your temple. It's yours. It belongs to you. It's the only thing in this world that belongs to you. All this stuff can go away any second. And time and your mind and your body and your soul. You know, your heart, just loving people around you. I miss you so much. I do. It hurts. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to hug you. I can't wait to take you places. I love you, baby. Let's do Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Well, I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home, a band of angels coming after me, coming forth and carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Well, sometimes I'm up and sometimes I'm down, coming forth to carry me home. But still I feel my soul is heavenly bound, coming forth and carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Well, if you get there before I do, coming forth to carry me home, tell all my friends I'll be coming there too. Coming forth and carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home, swing low. Sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. I'll be coming home, coming home, coming home to you. Coming forth to carry me home. You know my word is good, you know my word is true. Coming forth and carry me home, swing low. Sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home, swing low. Sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Bully down the shingle now, so help me, Bob and bully in the alleyway. Hey, bully in the alley, help me, Bob and bully in the alley, bully down the shingle now. There once was a girl that I loved dearly, way, hey, bully in the alley. Once was a girl that I spliced nearly, bully down the shingle now. So help me, Bob and bully in the alley, way, hey, bully in the alley. So help me, Bob and bully in the alley, bully down the shingle now. If I left my girl to go a sailing, way, hey, bully in the alley. Left my girl to go a whaling, bully down the shingle now. So help me, Bob and bully in the alley, way, hey, bully in the alley. So help me, Bob and bully in the alley, bully down the shingle now. If I ever get back, I'll marry little Sally, way, hey, bully in the alley. Have 6 kids and live in Shinbone Alley, bully down Shinbone now. So help me, Bob and bully in the alley, way, hey, bully in the alley. So help me, Bob and bully in the alley, bully down a shinbone now. I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Baby, I love you and I miss you and I can't wait to see you. I really can't. It's gonna happen soon. A couple weeks, couple months, it's gonna happen soon. It's just a matter of time. It really is. Right now I'm just counting it down. Like, it's just a matter of time. I'm trying to keep myself busy and just keep myself going because I love you and I miss you and I want to be able to see you and hold you and touch you and take you places and just touch you. Like, I just want to give you a hug and touch your little face and give you food and just feed you and take you places. Anywhere you want to go. I don't care where you want to go. I'll take you anywhere you want to go. You want to go to see a movie in the park when they come back up? You want to go trunk or treating? You want to go dress up in anything you want to wear that day? I don't care. I don't care. I miss you. I want to celebrate your birthday every month on the 10th again, and I want to have you blow out as many candles as you want. I miss you. I love you. I can't wait to see you, baby. I love you so much. It's not okay right now, but it's not the end. Everyone's okay. Everyone's gonna be okay. And then when everyone's actually okay, that's when it'll just be a new realm of beginnings. It's really not the end. Nothing's ever the end. You are never too old to do anything, honey. You aren't. You want to go to a park when you're 20, go to a park when you're 20 and swing on the swings. It doesn't matter. You're never too old for anything until you're up in heaven, right? And then you have new things to discover. Everything's always, you always learn everything new every day. You do. Everything's just a new experience every day. I love you and I miss you and I can't wait to see you. I love you so much. Alright, Karina, baby. Lila told then good night to you. Lila told, may your dreams come true. We sing Lila told, may Israel protect you throughout the night until we reach the morning light. I love you. I love you so incredibly much. I love you. Like Papa always used to say, Papa's my moon, Mama's Papa's sun, and you are our rainbow baby, and we love you. We both love you immensely, so incredibly much. It's unconditional love no matter what you do. Your Papa and your Mama will always love you because we made you. We will always love you, baby. I will always love you no matter what. In my eyes, you will always be my perfect little girl. And when you grow up, you'll be my perfect young lady, and then you'll be my perfect lady. You're just, baby, in my eyes, you can't do anything really wrong. You're just amazing. You've always been amazing. From the day that you were born, you were just perfect. So incredibly perfect. Oh my goodness. Just perfect birth, perfect setting, perfect. It was perfect. Your Papa came with me for the first time to a doctor's appointment that day. It was perfect, and he only came with me because I told him, he called me because he had my keys, and I told him, look, I think I'm in labor, I think you should come. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Then we tried to get out of the doctor's appointment because I thought I was going to be in labor longer. But it wasn't, like, the contractions really weren't bad. It was a little bit after that. But, like, you are amazing, and you are perfect from the very first breath you ever took. You're perfect in my womb, you're perfect outside my womb. You're just perfect, baby, and I love you. I love you. I miss you. Can't wait to hold you. Can't wait to talk to you. I love you. So sorry. All of this. Mama never wanted to leave your side for a single second. For a single second. Not until you were 7. I figured when you were 7, then maybe a sleepover. Maybe. But I wasn't, like, even 7 was kind of pushing it, like, in my mind. I didn't want to leave your side at all. Because you're just my baby. You're my baby. I can't believe any of this. The only thing Mama wanted to do was be a good mama. I was a good mama. I am a good mama. I love you and I miss you. I love you. I love you so incredibly much. I love you, my baby. Good night. I love you so much. I just want you to know how much I love you. Good night, baby.